Now I'm going to demonstrate some treasury stock transactions and how to journalize them. Up here, I've got the T account for treasury stock. Remember, treasury stock is a contra equity account. Therefore, its plus sign is on the opposite side of equity accounts. And we're going to keep track of the treasury stock in the T account visually, because we need to keep track of its cost in case we sell it at a price above or below the cost. And then due to space constraints, we're not going to show the T account for cash. So in our first transaction, we're going to buy 1,000 shares of treasury stock at $5 per share. So in my T account, the treasury stock account is going to go up by $5,000. And remember, we need to keep track of the price of this treasury stock. So that's why I've written $5 per share up here. So the treasury stock account, the contra equity, is going up. And then, of course, cash is going to be going down. Of course, the $5,000 is just the 1,000 shares times the $5 per share that the company paid for its own stock to get it off the stock market. Now we're going to sell some treasury stock later on. We sold 100 shares of treasury stock, and we happened to get the exact same price, $5 per share. So cash is going to go up by $500. And our treasury stock account is going to go down by $500. Now remember, treasury stock is always recorded at cost. So this has to be the cost per share, $5 per share. That was simple enough. And then our T account, we're going to update our T account. $500 is going down in the treasury stock account. Now we're going to sell some more treasury stock. This time it's going to be above what we paid it for. Remember, we paid $5 per share. So what happens is when we sell the treasury stock above cost, the excess is going to be credited to an account called paid-in capital from treasury stock transactions. So now we have this new account. It's an equity account, so its plus sign is on the right side, just like all equity accounts. So here's a transaction. We sold 200 shares of treasury stock for $6 per share. Remember, we originally bought it for $5 per share. So we need to record our cash. It's going up, of course. $200 shares times $6 per share gives us $1,200 debit. And now we need to lower the treasury stock account. But remember, that has to be tracked at its original price, which is $5 per share. So that account is going to go down by 200 shares times the $5 original cost. So that's going to go down to 1,000. Now this T account does not balance because we received more in cash than what we paid for it. So that's going to go into, or the balancing amount, I should say, is going to go into the paid-in capital from treasury stock transactions. First, I'm going to update the T account for treasury stock. And then I'm going to finish the journal entry. This is the balancing amount, or the dollar profit per share. And now our transaction balances. And we've updated our T accounts. So you can think of the paid-in capital from treasury stock transactions account as containing the profits, which are credits, or losses, which are debits on the sale of treasury stock. So if treasury stock is sold for more than it cost, the difference is going to be credited to this new account, paid-in capital from treasury stock transaction right here. This excess is additional paid-in capital because it came from the company's stockholders. It has no effect on net income. Paid-in capital from treasury stock transactions is reported with other paid-in capital accounts on the balance sheet. It will be beneath common stock, and it will also be beneath paid-in capital in excess of par.